I found out that my mother-in-law hit my son, and my husband backed her up because it was a cultural thing and told me that I was racist for being angry. So, I filed for divorce. We have a 3-year-old son. My husband Juan is from South America. He came to my country as an immigrant and can now stay permanently if he wants to. I've only met my mother-in-law in person on our wedding day, and she seemed like a nice old Latin lady. I'll call her Maria. She recently came to the country for a few weeks. Juan invited her so she could meet our son and see the wonders of our country, like gray skies, old buildings, and old people. She absolutely loved our son and was so happy to see and play with him. Everything went well, but one day, I left him with her for a moment while Juan and I went shopping for dinner. We were up for less than half an hour, and when we came back, our son was crying and came running to me as soon as he saw me come through the door. I asked Maria what had happened and she said he was misbehaving, so I hit him with a spoon and he started to cry. I couldn't believe what she had said, so I asked her to repeat it and she did, saying it as if she was proud of it. I asked her why she was so proud of hitting my son. She said she only hit him once, as if that was better. This started an argument. She said that children need to be hit once in a while or they'll become delinquents. She said that all her children were regularly hit with spoons or sandals, and they all turned out fine. I couldn't stand it, so I told her to get out. She could stay in a hotel that wouldn't let her near my son again. She was so angry and started insulting me in Spanish, which I only half understood. It took me 3 hours to get her out of the house. Then I continued to argue with Juan because he said nothing the whole time. He said he didn't like it, but it was true that they turned out well. I said corporal punishment is never okay, but that made him angry. He said, I challenge you to find a single mama Latina who has never hit her children, not even once, but that's the way we were brought up because otherwise, we would have become weak men. Then he went on to say that I was suggesting that an entire culture of millions of people had been brought up wrong and that it was racist. That is the short version because we argued most of the night. I didn't let Maria see our son until I returned to her country, and Juan slept with a friend. All my friends put it down to culture shock and that I was crazy to die on that hill, and Juan is still very angry with me. I tried to contact him to talk, but he kept leaving me to read while uploading stories at a pub at the same time. I'm furious, honestly. Update. So, in my last post, my mother-in-law visited our country. My mother-in-law and my husband Juan are from South America. We left her alone with the baby for a moment, only to find out she had hit him because he was behaving like a baby. My husband defended her. He called me racist because, according to him, every Latin American parent hits their kids, and it's okay, but it's not okay with me at all. So, the situation kept going on for a while. This became a huge issue in our marriage, and then Juan confessed that he had also hit our son when I wasn't home. He believes that is the only way to discipline a child and that gentle parenting doesn't work. That was it for me. The problems got bigger and bigger while he kept insisting that this way of parenting is the reason why Latin Americans are more resilient than northern countries and that people here are too soft and sensitive. We started fighting every single day, and then I just asked for a divorce. After that, he became so verbally violent that now we communicate through lawyers only. I have plenty of evidence of him confessing to hitting our son, while he, in his testimonies, confirms it but says, it's not that serious. This is stressful, and I'm not doing well, so I must sell a few things to pay bills and pay my debts. I'm going for full custody while he is doing the same, claiming that I'm an unfit mother for not teaching our son discipline. ETA, to be clear, my husband wasn't beating our son in a way that could put his life in danger, but for example, wrapping a spoon in clothes so when it hits, it still hurts but leaves no marks on the skin. He described this to me as a way to make me see that it is not that serious but is still unacceptable. This is not an attempt to make Latin people look like abusive parents, but Juan thinks that because growing up, he normalized it, he thinks that everybody does it, and the people who weren't raised that way are weak. And yes, we had talked about how to raise our children, but I always thought that not hitting them ever was obvious.